Okay, we're going to pretend that I'm a pathologist and I'm logging into the system for the morning. So I'll enter my username and password and I'll click login. As soon as I log in, I am automatically selected this option, which is to show cases assigned to me. And as you can see here, the cases that have been assigned to me are all listed in order of priority. The priority is however you define it to be at the system setup time. These are all my cases. I can see what state they're in, when they were created, who they're assigned to. Obviously, it's me, and then have a little preview or even click on these these slides to open them. So let's go through from top to bottom here. We'll start with my priority 1 cases, and I'll open this first case here, and it's in the state of diagnosis pending. So it's been assigned to me. At this point, I can either reject the case and put it back in the pool. I can reassign it to another pathologist, someone else in this pathologist list, if I think somebody's a better choice to handle this case, or I can start the diagnosis. And I can take a look at the entire case here, whether it's patient information, clinical information, the slides, all of this information here prior to making my decision. So it looks like I'll start this diagnosis here. And at this point, again, I would probably look at the patient information, clinical information. These templates here, you can see there's a template for patient information, a series of fields here, series of fields for clinical information, as well as some free text. This is all customizable at setup time to whatever your needs may be. Here in this case, we happen to have 7, 8, 9 slides here. You can see some of them have annotations already marked on them. So there would be a place for our gross observations, for our microscopic observations, for our final diagnosis. And if I wanted some additional staining or some other lab work to be done, I can fill that in here. And then I can send this request lab procedure. So if I fill in the lab tab down the bottom there and request lab procedure, I can reassign it to histotext, for example, and that'll put that case into that state. I can look at this case and then request a consultation. So perhaps one of my colleagues will be happy to help me on this case and give me a second opinion. I can request a transcription in case I have recorded some voice notes which need transcribing. That can be put into a pool. And then when I'm done my reporting, I can generate my final report, which will then appear as a PDF inside of this case at the bottom. And so we can see here, there's actually 2 final reports because I was able to generate one and then I reopened the case in order to generate another report and make an edit. So we'll take a look at some of these images here. So if I click on any of these images, and I'll click on Standalone Viewer, and it'll open the mScope Standalone Viewer. And here it is right here. So as you can see here in this virtual slide tray, I have all of the slides that are available in this case. Each of them could have annotations. Right here, we've already added an annotation here. We can add additional annotations to these slides if we wish. These slides could include DICOM images, DICOM series, immunofluorescence, any different types of images. And you can see the responsivity of the viewer is quite quick, even though it is a web-based viewer, and the sizes of these files are 1 to 2 gigabytes in size. They are coming through nicely and quickly and crisply. So I can add in annotations here if I wish, give them a name, like region of interest. I can give them a description as well here. I can change the layout of the annotation. In this case, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to make it a little bit larger and make it bold. And maybe because it's a pink tinted slide, I'll make it a little bit green here to make it more obvious. Oh, that's not going to work very well. You can play around with the colors. That makes it a little bit better. And then in terms of the shape, I've made this circle, and it's kind of got a thickness of size 3. So we might want to make that bigger, right? We might want to change the color of that again to something a little bit more visible and save it. And now it's ready. It's been marked up, and anybody else who then subsequently accesses this image will see my annotations. Annotations can be grouped. They can be a measurement as well. And that measures, this line measures 1,184 micrometers. There's a scale at the bottom here. It's a little bit hard to see. The scale is 100 micrometers across from here to here. And so see the annotations that we made here, this one in particular, when I close this viewer, and I'll do a little refresh here, there it is there. That's my annotation that I've made. And if I click on it and open the slide viewer, it jumps right to that annotation. So that's an easy way to get back to the annotations that we just made. So again, I'll review these images. I will enter my gross observations, microscopic observations, final diagnosis. If I don't want some of these tabs open, I can just sort of click them like this. In the next version of software, there'll be an option to have these all close automatically to present a more compact user interface. So you can go directly to the area that you want. And now I'm done, so I'm going to generate a final report. And I'm going to say, yes, I'd like to generate that PDF. And there it is. So I can go down and see. Now, remember, I had 2 attachments before. Now I have 3 attachments, where this case has now just been resolved. Today is May the 11th. So here's the report. And this report, again, this template can be customized to your needs. And it provides all the information that was there, as well as a thumbnail view of the slides. And then this report could go automatically into your health record system, patient record system. Now, if I decided that, hey, there's something I wanted to mention in my report that I didn't get to, I can reopen this case, and that puts it back into the diagnosis in process state. I can go in, add some more notes into maybe my final diagnosis, and make a change in there, and then again go back to generate final report to generate a new version of that final report.